We can see everything from here. We can see everything from here.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style?
Here he is, red-handed. The sellout. Shall we arrest him?
We should first find out what he puts in the box. Let him finish. The way is clear. Now, let's take a look at this box. The captain and his buyer should meet here at nightfall. This must be where the exchange will take place.
We should put the message in the box, so no one will know we've seen it.
And we should warn the Admiral immediately. She'd want to know.
Let's go. Leave it there for now.
Oh, it's you on Old Menawi! Come and see! You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
We know a little more. Reuben continues to use the dead drop and has made an appointment with his buyer.
He has quite the nerve to continue using that box even though he knows you know about it.
He must have thought that we would not come back. The meeting is tonight. This could be a good time to get the proof we need. What do you think?
That's an excellent idea. I will come with you. I want to see this traitor fall with my own eyes.
Are your boots worn through? Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine for the continent.
From this position, we'll be able to see the meeting discreetly.
Perfect. I can't wait to witness it. This traitor is going to find out exactly what it costs to make fun of us.
I can't believe it. This eel is selling us to the coin.
The wretched traitor. How dare he sell us to lawless mercenaries?
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Ha! This traitor got what he deserved.
Is everything all right, Admiral?
It's nothing. Sorry to have charged like that. I got carried away. I couldn't bear to see this traitor sell his whole family for a few coins.
Do you want us to tend to your wound?
No, I'll go back to port and get back on my feet. Find the documents. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, the three of you.
In addition to a substantial sum, Reuben is also going to obtain a major post on the continent. He was ready to sell more than just his own knowledge. There are plans for machines and ships that he must have stolen from elsewhere. Everything is here. We'll give it to the Admiral tomorrow.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
How are your wounds?
I recovered fast. It was nothing. Did you find the documents he intended to sell?
Yes, here they are. But there was more than just his journal.
So, he lusted after a prestigious position. And what a salary! I see that our secrets are still worth a fortune. Thank you for bringing me all this. As for you, Alba, I owe you an apology. I should have trusted you.
You have nothing to do with it. The captain did everything to make me appear guilty.
No. If we put the same trust in the volunteers as in the Seaborns, this would never have happened. We owe you a lot, Desarde. I will not forget it. Nor will I forget the lesson. Be sure of it. You have my full gratitude. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Bit of poison on my
Let's
blade.
get rid of
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Customs Officer Alric. What can I do for you?
Desarde, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I've been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes, to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly, without a prior formal order.
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records.
Naturally. But I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest. But I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late and, counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Auric. So I think it's necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we could find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
I haven't finished yet.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
Green blood, my...
I must leave.
Come closer, good people. The court and wine.
Are your boots all through? So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon.
Yes, sir. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
You'll find all you need.
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine from the continent.
Oh, it's you on Olmenawi! Come and see!
Ah, there you are. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. You'll be here soon.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Ulrich? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Ulrich. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
Nobody's gonna come and see.
Poison on my ear.
And let's go!
I don't want to die. I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Auric managed to loosen his tongue.
Thanks. Thanks for your visit.
These islanders are drunk. And these guards don't look that official. I think we found where all the alcohol reserves on the island end up.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
I see. Thanks for the advice.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry, but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah, we'll soon see about that.
Bit of poison on my brain. And let's go! Let's see if you can walk by straight.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Surrender! You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon. And you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows await you. Unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Buren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We're no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the Guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The Guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The Guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral. But Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men? Remarkable. We will not deal with the Guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell them, Admiral. And know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she is putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
At the same time, she has something to be mad about. This is the first time in our history that anyone has dared to attack our ships.
And what can I do for you?
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit. And I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the Guard. Without the Nord's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the Guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops, while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they're honorable?
I won't vouch for them, if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them. Locked. Hello, Lieutenant. My name is Desardet.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
I'm conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship the Trident. We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy. Or, we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that seems most logical to me.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant. I don't have the key. Hello. I am...
Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation, right? Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Ermelind, at your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. This is very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it. Farewell, Lieutenant.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Franz, and I'm prepared to help you. Don't forget the church tonight.
Hello, Lieutenant. Desarde, legate of the merchant congregation.
Lieutenant Klaus. What can I do for you, Your Excellency?
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Naut ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Naut ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. But in that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, Lieutenant. The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we were lucky to have come across him.
Here you are. I wasn't sure you'd come. That will be understandable. It's better to be wary with Egon.
What do you know about this organization?
More than I would like. I'm part of it. Now ask me any questions you want. We don't have much time.
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to talk to me?
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their power. I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions. But I found myself involved in a sordid business with the young islanders. We capture them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in brothels. I participated for a long time, without batting an eye. But I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders. And the horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen to her.
Who took possession of the ship, and for what purpose?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's organization. The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the mainland. Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the holds. Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Nauts, but also your attention. Egon would never have made such a mistake, and they'll make the fool who did suffer dearly.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this organization?
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior, never the one above. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
And who gives you your orders?
Lieutenant Ermelin. That woman is ruthless. After the business with the ship, she decided to make a clean sweep, probably to avoid the wrath of Egon. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid leaving any trace. My friend is among them. If I can't find a way to stop Ermelind, she will die.
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the outskirts of town.
Is it well guarded?
No. Numbers are small to avoid arousing suspicion. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people, it'll be a very different story.
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens, by getting rid of the guards. When Ermelind and her soldiers come, we will use the element of surprise to neutralize them.
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure you'll be able to face them?
We could ask for help from one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors, for example.
Do you think they would?
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free them.
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelin will take action any moment now.
I'll go get help in Vedlug as soon as possible and take care of the operation.
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelin's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedlug.
Yes, Storm Warriors will be a good asset.
What do you seek?
I have come to ask for your help, Deirdre. A group of guards captured young natives and turned them into slaves. But now they want to get rid of them to avoid drawing attention to themselves. I want to free them and stop these guards. But we will need support from warriors.
You are a Karans. We will help you. But you have to tell me more precisely what this is about.
The prisoners are in a former logging facility near San Mateus.
I know where it is. The Renaiks massacred the forest there.
We will get rid of the guards there and release the prisoners. But if any soldiers are sent to kill them thereafter, can we rely on you to intervene?
I will send you my 2 best warriors. I can't give you any more right now. They will find you where the forest has suffered. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Gwawalem seg.
Here is the logging facility. The prisoners must be in that cabin.
No one passes.
I will pass without your permission.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need some?
I must leave. You're free.
Thank you. May the trees always bear fruits on your journey.
It was Sergeant France who told us where to find you.
France? So he kept his word. I had hoped he would.
Stay hidden here for now. We will set a trap for the people who captured you.
Then we will fight by your side. They will pay for what they have done to us.
No, you're in no condition to fight. It's better that you stay here. When we are done with them, you can return home. Thank you for coming to lend us a hand. I'm surprised. Deirdre said that she would only send 2 warriors.
It's not a Sengedin Anidas. It's a Gaius Rad, a warrior from my clan.
Betirtuma Donegad. She told Eseld your story, and we wanted to come. Young people from our clan have been captured, and we believe they are here. When Xavier also sent a warrior for the same reason.
We are most grateful for your help. Thanks to you, we can stop those who captured them.
You're there. Were you able to get rid of the guards?
Yes, and we have released the prisoners. But there are still others that we have to defeat.
I see you've managed to bring allies. With them, we have every chance of winning. Ermelind and her troops shouldn't be long. You should take position.
Anything to report, Sergeant Franz?
Negative, Lieutenant. Everything is quiet.
Where did the guards go?
I don't know.
How can you not know? Hey, what's going on?
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
We got them.
Make sure Lieutenant Ermelind is shackled and brought back to San Mateus. She will probably be sent to New Serene to be interrogated by Manfred. She has a lot to teach us about Egon.
I hope she can help you put an end to all of this.
Can we all go home now?
Yes. We will escort you.
Breg, it's thanks to you that I realized what we were doing. I hope you'll forgive me one day for being one of those monsters. In the meantime, I will do everything I can to help stop this smuggling for good.
You are a better man than you think, friends. When you're finished, return and see me at Xavier. I will be glad to see you again.
We should go. Let's report to Quartermaster Herbert.
Your Excellency, I was told you'd returned with prisoners.
Yes. Lieutenant Ermelind organized the slave trade on behalf of the organization I told you about. Her men captured natives who were then sold here or smuggled to the mainland. We also found out that they commandeered a Naut ship to speed things up.
What madness. I guess Manfred will want to have her questioned. Lieutenant Alexander, you will accompany her with some men.
Quartermaster, at your orders.
And you, Sergeant. I understand that you participated in the despicable actions of this traitor.
It's true, Quartermaster.
I recommend clemency. Without his help, we would not have discovered what this was about.
I see. You will accompany Lieutenant Alexander. Manfred would like to talk to you. but I will make sure that he knows what role you played in this case.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
Well, I'll let you get on, sirs.
Thank you very much for your help, Your Excellency. Travel safe.
Well, things seem to be in order here now. We should go and warn Manfred.
On my blade. Let's get rid of
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I was able to clarify the story about the ship, and we arrested the person in charge.
I've already been told all this. Lieutenant Alexander came before you did. He told me the whole thing, and he didn't fail to tell me everything we owe you. I have already sent a letter to the Admiral explaining what happened and offering reparations. I hope she will forgive us. Anyway, I thank you very much. Once again, you have worked wonders, Your Excellency.
We couldn't have done anything without Sergeant Franz. He showed admirable courage. I imagine he's joined your forces.
That doesn't ring a bell. I don't think a sergeant by that name is stationed here.
Strange. It seemed to me that Quartermaster Herbert told him to come and find you.
Well, perhaps he changed his mind. With this business going on, he must be sorely lacking in men. Anyway, know that our investigation has finally paid off. Lieutenant Alexander arrested many criminals with information obtained from prisoners. You should go find him. He's with Captain Ulrich.
Captain Ulrich?
The highest-ranking captain in the garrison. He's an old man who was not often found in the field, but faced with such a scandal, he had to intervene personally.
Thank you, Manfred. I'll go find them.
And what can I do for you?
That will be all, Quartermaster. Thank you. Locked. Locked. I don't have the key. Colonized the island failed completely.
Must come.
This discovery between us. No one... There's something wrong?
Coin guards!
But... Stop that, soldiers! Lower your weapons, now!
Sorry, Greenblood.
Fight with honor.
On guard. I said draw!
Speak. Speak, Kurt! Wait! Speak. Why did you betray us?
Our commander figured out that we could easily take control of this island. You rely so heavily on our protection. You are so dependent. Or elsewhere in person. Combat.
Thank you. Expect from employing coin-fed mercenaries. All that liberty. We need... After that, lose.
Dismissed!
Poison on my blade.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I was able to clarify the story about the ship, and we arrested the person in charge.
I've already been told all this. Lieutenant Alexander came before you did. He told me the whole thing, and he didn't fail to tell me everything we owe you. I have already sent a letter to the Admiral explaining what happened and offering reparations. I hope she will forgive us. Anyway, I thank you very much. Once again, you have worked wonders, Your Excellency.
We couldn't have done anything without Sergeant Frantz. He showed admirable courage. I imagine he's joined your forces.
That doesn't ring a bell. I don't think a sergeant by that name is stationed here.
Strange. It seemed to me that Quartermaster Herbert told him to come and find you.
Well, perhaps he changed his mind. With this business going on, he must be sorely lacking in men. Anyway, know that our investigation has finally paid off. Lieutenant Alexander arrested many criminals with information obtained from prisoners. You should go find him. He's with Captain Ulrich.
Captain Ulrich?
The highest-ranking captain in the garrison. He's an old man who was not often found in the field, but faced with such a scandal, he had to intervene personally.
Thank you, Manfred. I'll go find them. This arrest is good news. Let's find the captain.
Ah, Your Excellency. I was talking about your exploits to Captain Ulrich.
Your Excellency?
Captain, Lieutenant. Quartermaster Manfred informed me that you had made several arrests.
Indeed. Lieutenant Ermelind confessed, which enabled us to flush out most of the gang.
I can't quite believe that all the arrested men are involved in this case. I know many of them, and could have sworn they were honorable people.
I'm sorry, Captain. I understand. It's a shock. We were all sure that our comrades would never be involved in this kind of thing.
Will you continue the investigation?
Of course. We can't stop our research until we've completely dismantled this organization.
Lieutenant Alexander was asking me to transfer him to New Serene, to be a part of the investigation there.
To manage it, if you allow it, my captain. I was honored to participate in the interrogations of Lieutenant Ermelind, and to be able to arrest all these criminals. I would not want to leave things half-finished.
As I told you, Lieutenant, I can't approve the transfer of an officer from another garrison. I must refer to the commander.
In any case, we're most grateful for your help. But we can now bring this investigation to an end without you.
I see. What goes on in the Guard is the Guard's own business.
It's a bit like that, yes. We can't let the actions of a small group compromise the reputation of the whole Guard.
You forget, once again, that you have not yet obtained your transfer, Lieutenant. In the meantime, please be dismissed.
At your orders, Captain. Goodbye, Your Excellency.
This brazen lieutenant is bordering on insubordination.
I'm sorry you had to hear this call to order. This lieutenant is inclined to forget who he's speaking to.
It must be the enthusiasm of youth.
It's possible. In any case, and contrary to what he said, we will still need your help.
Why's that?
Lieutenant Alexander claims that Ermelin's confession allowed him to arrest all these men. But I attended one of these interrogations, and all she talked about was a secret camp. The one in which Torsten's recruits received their special instruction for the coup d'etat.
A place I remember all too well.
I'm sure, Kurt. And I'm sorry for that. If I understood correctly, this place was taken back and used by the criminal organization. But our lieutenant did not mention it, which surprised me, and led me to doubt his sincerity. Perhaps Alexander failed to report it to increase his prestige later.
But he could have another motive. So you would like us to go there?
Indeed. And I'd like to accompany you. I am no longer a field officer, but I still know how to hold my own. And I want to see this case with my own eyes. You know the place, so you will be my guide.
Very well, Captain. You can count on me.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will get going right away. Will you come with me?
I still have a few things to take care of. I'll join you later.
been waiting for you. I took the opportunity to look around the place. There are some soldiers in the camp. No doubt members of this criminal organization.
This must be Egon's hideaway. Smart move. As this camp had been dismantled, we had no reason to return here.
And Lieutenant Alexander never reported that Ermelind mentioned this place.
How should we proceed?
We will have to secure the 3 outer courtyards before entering the barracks. We can't risk being flanked.
It's blocked.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Sergeant Franz. Poor man. He paid dearly for the help he gave us.
He was beaten to death.
Quartermaster Herbert ordered him to accompany Lieutenant Alexander to answer Manfred's questions, but he never made it to New Serene.
I was sure that the lieutenant was not genuine. He must be involved.
It looks like poison. This document talks about eliminating the witnesses to the case.
Manfred and us are definitely on that list. Lieutenant Klaus, so you are part of this disgusting plot.
Lay down your weapons, Lieutenant. Any resistance is futile. Your troops have been decimated.
I will not surrender, Your Excellency. Death is sweeter than the price of treason.
If you speak, we will be lenient.
You, maybe, but Egon, I doubt it. Farewell.
He's poisoned.
The plague. I'd have liked to have questioned that traitor.
These letters are signed by Egon. We must go to the office of the leader of these criminals.
We could study the handwriting to find out who's behind this pseudonym. We did a good job, Your Excellency. Egon will never come back from a hit like this.
Certainly. But we know that there are still criminals amongst your troops, including their leader.
We know that Lieutenant Alexander is involved in all this. The sergeant's body, and the fact that he didn't tell us about this camp, are telltale signs. Perhaps he will be able to provide us with a lead. Otherwise, we still have these letters.
Remember that we are targets. Just like Manfred, we will have to stay alert.
You're right. Let's get back to New Serene as soon as possible. You'll hand over the evidence to Quartermaster Manfred and assure yourself of his safety. I will go and ask our insolent lieutenant for an explanation.
Your Excellency, I wasn't sure I'd see you alive again.
How did you know we were here? Did the captain tell you?
He was arrested while coming back here. Lieutenant Alexander said he was finally reported by his accomplices.
That lieutenant has some nerve. We know he's involved. We found the body of the sergeant who was to accompany him here. He got rid of him to punish him for helping us, or to stop him from revealing more. We also found this document saying that everyone who knows about the case should be eliminated. You're in danger, and they've already found a way to get rid of the captain.
Most of the men who are loyal to him are in jail. I can't do anything without help. I've been trying to get the commander. If anybody can restore order to all of this, she can.
Here, take this evidence and show it to her.
Alas, there's nothing in there that clearly indicates who Egon is.
The recent actions of Lieutenant Alexander suggest that he is the brains behind this operation. And we only have to compare his handwriting with these letters to be sure.
I'm going to join the commander, but you should intervene. I'm afraid he'll get rid of the captain.
Your Excellency! What a joy to see you again. We finally stopped Egon. The captain will be happy.
Naturally. And that is why you are surrounded by the men I apprehended. We visited your secret camp and found the body of poor Sergeant Franz, who in spite of his death, continues to betray you. You are a member of this organization, Lieutenant. And when we compare your handwriting to the letters we have seized, it wouldn't surprise me to discover that Egon is none other than you.
We prepared a discreet death for you, worthy of your uncle's court. A little poison, and our troublesome diplomat would have been out of the way. But since you leave us with no choice, finish them.
It'll be a real pleasure.
Finally, our revenge has come.
No, no, no! Why did you have to stick your nose in our business?
If you had not been so careless, so eager to get rich and climb to the top, maybe we would never have discovered your operations. Surrender, Alexander. Unless you prefer Egon.
Let me go! I could make you rich.
I doubt that the commander would find that arrangement acceptable.
Wretches! I've been waiting to put this pathetic scoundrel in a hole for a long time. May I?
Be my guest, Kurt.
Your Excellency, Lieutenant Alexander was court-martialed and will soon be executed.
You have my gratitude, Your Excellency. Without you, this assassin would have probably strangled me in prison.
Manfred gave me all the evidence you gathered, and told me about the case. I'm just sorry he didn't tell me about it sooner.
My apologies, Commander. But you've been so busy since starting your new position. I never thought the case would be so big.
Be that as it may, the high-ranking culprits have been punished, and the foot soldiers will be sent back to the continent. A few months on the front should bring them back to reality. We owe you so much, Your Excellency. Without you, the Guard would probably be nothing more than a band of brigands. I am extremely grateful. I will not forget what you did for us.
Don't mention it, Commander.
I'm surprised.
Take a potion if you want.
Those monsters. In the meantime, I will do everything I can to help stop this.
You are a better man than you think, Franz. When you're finished, we will be glad to see you again.
We should go. Let's...
Renoixe. Partir tu mad.
Partir tu mad.
Partir. I must go.
Partir tu mad. You are on our
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaixe. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Almanawi. How can I help?
I have to go.
Qua awelemse.
Good day on Omanawi.
Estragme.
I would like for all of these people to leave our island.
Bird Tirtumad. Why are you wearing the same clothes as an
Esquetu. May the trees protect you on Almanawi.
I need your help.
Things are about to get...
trees always bear fruits on your journey.
Renoixe! What do you...
You seem different from the others, Renoixe. You... Look,